Hello, beautiful. Welcome and welcome back to the channel. I'm your girl Taylor, and this is Confidence, Curvy, and Chic. And here on this channel, I am on a journey to my best self. Yes, my best self. And what that means is I'm going to take the love of God, let it manifest, and stir some things up on the inside of me to put my best foot forward, my best me. So if that is something you want to tap into, that is something you want to do for yourself, then definitely hit that like and subscribe button below to join the fam. All right, y'all, I'm going to dive right deep into it. Y'all see that I'm in this car once again. It is another errand day, but yet God still has a word, yet God still wants to use me, yet God still wants his children to understand some things, right? And he convicted me in my spirit today, so I'm going to share it with you. Yes, I was out here just minding my own lovely business on this beautiful morning, and I just wanted to see my husband, so I needed to go see my husband. We needed to have a little chat just to make sure we were all on the same page, make sure that things are going the way that we want them to go, and just so I could see my boo's face. You feel me? I just wanted to see his face today. So I had to go, we had to have a little chat, and where he works at, I had to park by all of these systems that is used for the building. The systems on the outside, like your AC unit and all other things, right? Like a whole section is blocked off with all of these units, right? Because it's a massive building. But I parked there and I'm sitting there, we're talking, we're chatting, we're having our usual conversations and, just flowing. And then he gotta go. And then I'm sitting there and I'm on my phone and I'm getting things together before I pull off like I usually do, because I'm not going to be on my phone while I'm driving. I try my best absolutely not to, because nobody should be doing that. But while I started pulling off, I was like, dang, those systems were loud. Because all of a sudden I realized that I've been scanning and looking out into the horizon and seeing all of these beautiful trees and the lovely flowers and God's creation and the beautiful blue sky and the lovely birds. Like, I can hear all of that on top of the loud noise that I was already sitting here being used to hearing and toning out, right? Completely toning it out, trying to be in my own thoughts and do what I need to do and talk to my husband and yada, 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 right? Pull off, it gets completely quiet. Like, there's no noise. No airplane, no other car, no birds chirping, just beautiful blue sky and a wonderful breeze. And excuse me. And in that moment, God was like, see, this is how your head is. It's still too clouded. It's still too much noise going on. You still have so much that you are so used to and so comfortable with that you just won't let go. I'm like, God, what you talking about? What do you mean? Because you've been praying and you've been fasting and you want more clarity, right? And you want to be able to hear my voice better, and you want to actually know that it's me and not yourself, or know that it's me and it's not the enemy, know that it's me and it's not other people, but yet you still have so many other voices going on in your mind. Yet you still have so many other choices you let swirl around in your mind. Still, you have so much you are holding on to that you are praying and asking me to cleanse you from, that you keep holding a tight grip onto. I can't cleanse you from addiction if you're going to still continue to act like you're addicted. I can't cleanse you from cussing if you still act like that's the only vocabulary there is. I can't cleanse you from going out there hoeing if you still feel like the only place that you can find love is out there in them streets. Like, you can't keep the tight grip on your comfortability. You can't keep a tight grip on what you're used to. You can't keep the tight grip on what just seems right. Because just because it seems right, just because it glistens just a little bit, doesn't mean it's for you. Doesn't mean it's right. Doesn't mean it's good. What God is saying to you is, if you want to be cleansed from it, if you want to be renewed, if you want to be opened up to new possibilities and welcomed into places that you didn't believe that you were even going to be able to step foot in, then you need to make the change. And the change happens on the inside of you. And the change doesn't happen by God himself. The change happens with the work that you decide to put forth for yourself, okay? So when we're on this channel, right, and we talk about self-love and building confidence and building boldness, but you have to build it up on the inside of you. You have to realize that, yes, me praying and me fasting and speaking to Jesus is the first and initial step. Getting him included and connected with you so that you can have someone to keep you accountable on your journey, to keep you on that path and go head first, running towards what you're supposed to be going towards, but you don't know where you're going unless you're seeking and you're asking, right? So we have to seek and we have to ask first, but then the next step is to put forth the work, to be absolutely diligent, to be consistent, to be disciplined, self-control, temperance, all that is part of the fruits of the Spirit. And it's hard for us to learn those things because we also have to understand that we're going to go through the trials and tribulations in order for us to be able to accomplish them, in order for us to be able to conquer and persevere through those characteristics. I can't have patience if I don't have scenarios where I have to learn to be patient. You know what I'm saying? I can't have self-control if I don't have moments where I have to tell myself no. I have to tell my flesh no and allow God to do and to move in the ways that he needs to do. I can't say that Taylor is Taylor and not Taylor is God's, but yet believe that God is my author and finisher of my faith and still continue to do the things that I want to do or that I believe is right or that I believe is more comfortable than what he's asking me to do, because Taylor isn't Taylor's. Taylor is God's. You understand what I'm saying? We are all his, so we can't do what we want to do all of the time. That's where self-control comes in. We can't move when we want to move all the time. That's where our patience is there. We can't go where we want to go. Like, God has all these things in order to keep us aligned, to keep us on track, to keep us in the direction that he wants us to go. But then the enemy is there to do the exact opposite. And that's where we get confused. That's where all the voices come from. That's where all the other comfortable things come from, because he's out there saying, if God kicked me out and is saying I can't be in there because I can't do the things that I want to do, I can't have it all my way, then I'm going to put that same thought that I have, that those same emotions that I had, and plant them into other people and see how many other people I can get to come onto his side, the enemy side, simply because he is upset, he is frustrated, and he is mad. That's literally all the enemy is, the exact opposite of Christ. The exact opposite of Christ. Yes, God did create him. Yes, God did have great plans for him. Yes, God did want him to succeed and wanted him to stay in heaven with him, but he chose self. And when we choose self in the things that we do and the things that we say and the places that we go, that is literally damning us to hell. He's literally comparing us to the enemy, because that's what we look like to him. That's what we smell like to him. That's what we are becoming. When we choose self, we literally become the enemy. And we have to realize we can't keep choosing self. We can't keep choosing the comfortable. We can't keep choosing what makes more sense to us. We have to literally do what doesn't make sense. Do what seems to be impossible. If God is asking you to move, then move. If God is telling you to go, then go. If God is telling you to stop, then stop. If God's answer is no, then baby, it's flat out no. And we just have to accept and realize that it is more than you. Life itself is about more than just you, more than just me. When God has a plan, God's plan isn't just for you. When God is giving you something, it is not just for you. When he has a plan for you, when he is giving things for you, it's for you and the people that is or are going to be attached to you. The plans are always to fulfill something for a people, not a person. God is for his people, not just one person. Yes, Christ is sitting right next to him and he's part of his Trinity, but that's the reason why he gets to sit next to him, because he's part of his Trinity. And the reason why Christ always pleads on our behalf is simply because God sees us the way we just talked about. through the same lenses that he sees the enemy through. Because we keep continually choosing self instead of choosing him. And he's getting upset. He's getting over it at this point. He's like, I'm going to keep choosing you, even though you're not choosing me. But I need you to understand that nothing is going to get better for you until you realize that you need him. Until you realize that you need God in your life. Until you realize that you need God's ways in your life, ain't nothing going to get better. We're still going to be holding on to hope. We're still going to be drinking our way through it. We're still going to be partying our way through it. We're still going to be seeking after peace and can't find it. We're still going to be cussing and fussing and tired of being tired. And we're still going to be all of those things simply because we keep choosing ourselves instead of choosing God and God's ways. And I know that it's hard to choose God's ways. I know that it's easier for me to say this to you than it is even for me to do it. Like, I understand. Like I told you all the time, these videos are not just for you. These videos are for me too. It's a vlog. I need to go back and watch these videos for myself, because God doesn't speak to me just to speak to you guys. I told you, it's not about just me. It's about a group of people, right? It's for people. It's for y'all, and it's for me too. I need to realize and understand that I can't keep choosing myself. I can't keep choosing what's comfortable. I can't keep choosing what makes sense. I can't keep choosing, what will make me likable. I can't keep choosing what will make me popular. I can't keep choosing the things of this world over the things that God wants me to choose, because the materialistic things and all the crazy things that might seem like it actually is fun and it will give me joy in the moment, or actually happiness in the moment, because joy is everlasting. But it'll give me happiness in the moment. It'll give me peace in the moment. But then I'm going to turn around in the next hour or two or the next day and be right back where I was. Right back where I started. So what am I going to do? I'm going to drink some more? What am I going to do? I'm going to go out partying again? Like, I can't do that on a Monday morning. We can't do that on a Monday morning. So we're stuck in our ruts, being confused, frustrated, and flat out tired of being tired yet again on a Monday morning, when if we just would have chose God in the first place, Monday mornings would be so much better. Tuesday mornings would be so much better. Fridays period wouldn't be so sought after if we chose God in the first place. Our weeks wouldn't be so struggling and so tiring if we chose God in the first place. We would have our answer, and we have more clarity, and we have our plan already written out and fed to us if we just choose God's way. But we hard-headed, y'all. I know I'm hard-headed. I'm trying my best not to be hard-headed anymore. I pray y'all are trying your best not to be hard-headed at all as well, because we need to do better out here in these streets, y'all. I love y'all. That's literally it, though. We just have to do better and be better about choosing God and God's ways, and stop choosing self. Stop being self-centered. Stop saying that this world is better, I'm a better God, because we're not. We don't know. We're just going to keep ourselves running around in cycles, running around in circles. When God says, I have a plan, I have a path, and it's a way straight, and you will no longer be dizzy if you just choose me. I love you guys. You keep your heads up. Give yourself enough slack. And remember to absolutely be confident, curvy, and chic. Love you. Peace.